Connecting. And reload here. So, hello everyone. Thought I have a double header of editing to do for this week, trying to get caught up on feature matches. So I figured a cool way to do that would be to give it to you guys and do some Q&A while we got started. So hope to see you guys here. Make sure this is all set up. Haven't done a live stream like this in a while, so pop out the chat so I can see this. Please let me know if you can hear me. If you can hear me with the audio, please let me know. That's always the thing that I'm a little bit worried about, is making sure that people can hear. So just give me a quick, comment in the live stream if you guys can hear me, and we'll get started. Hey, Fairbrand, good to see you. I have the chat popped out, guys. So if you guys want to do any kind of questions and everything else, just hit me up. So yeah, this is my program that I've used. If you guys haven't seen it before, it's called ScreenFlow. Really awesome program. Really big fan of it, primarily because it works a lot like Final Cut Pro, in the sense that I can do multiple layers, which is really helpful, because sometimes it doesn't work like that, and like iMovie and other programs don't work like that and therefore suck, so I don't like it. So I don't need a backdrop. I want a black image. So I have to rebuild my template here, because I haven't did some other work. So pardon me while this gets all set up and we get this started here. But this is this week's feature match, so if you're interested to get a kind of sneak peek of what's coming, here you go. Stretch this all out to the end. What happened to my... Yeah, okay. And then we clone it. Also try to not sneeze too much. I apologize if I do. I've been cleaning the house a little bit, so... come on, I know I can... clone... I'm just going to go in here. I'm going to go ahead and mute the audio on this because I don't need it right now, so we don't blow our eardrums out. But yeah, guys, if you guys are watching, and the 4 of you, hopefully we get more. If you guys want to ask any questions or anything else, have any curiosity about what the live stream, what the process is like, or what's coming up, or questions for me, or anything like that, feel free. I'll be watching the chat for that. So we'll have some fun together while I edit. Do I have to... This is one of those ones where I have to, like, literally drag in each one. I haven't done this in so long, so... Yep, probably just have to drag it in. 4,000. Make it black. Don't need it. My favorite ruler from this set. Oh, that's a good question. Probably Adelbert. But also you'll see me here playing Bad Tree, and I have to give Bad Tree credit. Like, Bad Tree is actually way more fun than I thought he was going to be. So maybe my behavior still. They're all really fun. None of these guys are particularly meta-defining. I think as it stands right now, probably the only one that I think really can have an impact on the meta is probably Bad Tree. Adelbert just seems a little slow. Same with Flute. So it's just like I want her to be good, but at the same time, like, you just have to accept sometimes that it's not, which is unfortunate. Move this to where it needs to be. Please, thank you. And then one more. And then we can just drag these to where they need to be, and then we can get to the actual editing, which is the drag and drop for damage and stuff. Drag this back here. Whoop. Stretch this all out. This is the one thing that sucks about this program sometimes, is you have to, like... I'm just going to zoom in. Trying to look fancy for all y'all and just making myself look dumb. What's my opinion on Dark Book? He does have, like, some good aggro potential, I think. overall, the books. I mean, I played Light Book today at Locals, and you'll actually see that footage next week. That'll be the feature match for next week, and that was actually a ton of fun. And I ended up taking first, but Locals is not an indicator of strength, so that'll be a fun feature match for you guys to check out next week. I just think in general the books, again, they have a lot of utility, but you have to pay for that utility by losing your sideboard. Which I think the only deck that really can do that effectively is Fox, unfortunately. What was the name that Josh wanted for this list? So when you have a new Frontier and Wanderer format, do you think that the game has potential for a Commander format? That's Epic Stories format. Absolutely fun. I love that format. I actually played some of it today. 60 cards, singleton format, 2 rulers. I have a video of it on the channel. You can check that out, Devontae, if you want. It's a super fun format. I'm a huge fan of it. Can be played with up to 6 people, I think. Lots of fun. What is the name of this deck? Burning Tree Emissary. Burning Tree. Did this not type? Burning Tree Emissary. I hope I spelled that right. What is my gauntlet currently for New Frontiers? Excellent question. I'm not actually doing a lot of testing right now that I have my Worlds invite, but for someone who wanted to do a gauntlet, I would imagine something along the lines of Kaguya's 12 cancel, or Kaguya's million cancel deck, like Brandon Bremont played, just so you're aware of how to play around it. Lumia Hook, Prissia aggro, so it doesn't use spinning mist anymore. It's just like pure just push damage and Maribellas. And you use Fire Horse as a potential to be able to swing with Prissia. Fox is still really relevant, I think, so you really have to be careful with that. So those are probably the things that I'm looking forward to, that I'm looking at the most as a gauntlet. Probably, and then of course you always have to be respectful of like Alhamat control and probably Blazer aggro too. Just so you can like make sure you don't mess up or get burned out somehow for some reason, because that would suck. So I hope that answers your question. Okay, sweet. So now we've got it laid up. We're gonna increase the music. I'm gonna mute all of this music for now. What do I have it at? 7%. And mute it so you guys don't have to worry about hearing it on the backswing. Like through the microphone picking up, because the microphone's right here. And we're going to save because we don't want to mess up, because that would suck. And here we go. Oh, we got a little bit of that sound there. Hope it's not, it probably looks a little laggy for you guys. I'll try and do some drag and drop stuff, just because the clipping, I would hate for you guys to have to deal with that. So here we go. Some 6 damage. So this is going to be a very, very one-sided editing, just so you guys are aware, because I'm playing bad tree, corrupted tree, so my life total is not going to change very much. I'm just going to be milling cards instead. Make a misplay there. And then we catch the misplay here later, so I'll have to be sure to talk about that. So yeah, this is the editing process. It's not nearly as glamorous as you might think. It's just a lot of dragging and dropping and seeing where life point changes. Swordsman of Fire is a mid-range agile growth. Yeah, I definitely think that Adelbert has potential there, you know, for mid-rangey stuff. I played against Adelbert today. Again, that's part of the feature match. Spoilers, Lightbook versus Adelbert definitely has like potential, I think, but it's just a matter of like speed, and none of the Wanderers right now are terribly good, at least in terms of like they're really expensive and you have to flip him, and you have to kind of build your deck central around him, and Black Moonbeam is still a card, so you have to be careful. I think once Alice rotates, he might get better, just because we lose things like Black Moonbeam and things like that are going to be heavy J-Ruler hate, so he sticks around a lot longer. But for right now, I just think he's too vulnerable. You're absolutely necessary to have 4 Severing Winds, or could you go in 3? So I think that when we first saw the card, I think we were all just assuming that it was going to be 4, just like across the board. But I think players have made the turnaround faster than I was expecting to respect Severing Winds. I think I cast Severing Winds today in a 4-round tournament, having it in my hand multiple times. I think I cast it once for free. So I definitely don't think that it's a card that you like have to have 4 of. I think 2 to 3 is probably the right number based on your deck if you have room. I think if you have room to be able to play both Dawn of the Earth and Severing Winds, you probably play less Severing Winds, just because you also have Dawn of the Earth, which is just a really impactful card. But if you can't play Dawn of the Earth because you're will-based, then I think you play 3 Severing Winds, if that answers your question. I definitely think that it's... The Kaguya deck, obviously, you can play 4 out because it's just a bunch of cancels, but, like, I don't think you have to by any means. Damage there. Montcalm, GEMs, finally hit BC last week for my first FAW experience. It was like being murdered, but slowly, amusingly, and with a lot of smiling and mellow yellow. Glad that you had fun. We try pretty hard. I try pretty hard to make sure that people who come out to BC have a good time. I try really hard to make it so that we're not playing super competitive decks. One thing to note is that if it's a month leading up to a GP where I'm going to, you might want to hope you don't get paired up against me, just because I'm practicing my like tier 1 whatever that I'm going to try to play. But now that I have my Worlds invite, I'm not going to any more GPs, so you're safe. So hopefully we see you guys come back. If you're talking about being over in Fenton, awesome, cool. I hope you got a good experience. But if you're talking about being at BC and Battle Creek, then I'd love to see you back. Excuse me, guys. So, oh, you know what? This is gonna be fun. Let's see. How many viewers do we have right now? We have 9. Okay, so I'll tell you what. If we can get 40 people, I'll say this. If we can get 40 people watching this during this time that I'm going to be editing, I will show you guys the super cool project that I have been working on. Normally it was going to be spoiled at Gen Con, premiered at Gen Con, but I think that you guys are going to want to see it. So if we can get 40 people watching the stream during the time that I'm doing this editing, then I will show you guys it's sitting right over here. It's so cool. Then I'll show you guys what I've been working on this whole weekend to try to get it ready for Gen Con. So go tell people to come watch. Gen Con Indianapolis, which is next month in August. I'm going to be working for the Force of Will booth. So also, if you're coming to Gen Con Indy, I'm going to be working for the Force of Will booth. So come say hi. I'll be doing demos for Force of Will, possibly casters and architects, as well as taking pictures with people, helping sell the new structure decks, because we're going to have those as far as I know, and doing all kinds of cool stuff. So please, please, please come check us out. I'm sure there's going to be some kind of cool promo just for showing up. So definitely check it out. Damage. Hit. Okay. It's good to take that damage. Oh, I can do that. Woo! Reason to go. Okay, so Jamie, I'm gonna assume is your name. I hope I pronounced that right. I apologize if I didn't. The big thing is, if you want to play at locals, if you want to play for fun, yes, definitely play a deck that you enjoy. But if you are trying to play competitively, sometimes you're just going to have to play a deck, and you want to succeed. Sometimes you're just going to have to maybe play a deck that's not your favorite. I know that Prisia was not the most fun deck. I mean, there were times where I did the turn 2 OTK, you know, in Toronto, and it was like turn 2 or turn 3, 40 damage, and it's like, it doesn't necessarily feel good, but I can mitigate that by like the way I treat my opponent, being very respectful and stuff like that. And people understand, like, you're trying to win. So the thing in the Force community that I've really enjoyed is that for the most part, when you go to competition, like, people understand. Sure, James, perfect. That people understand when they want to try to win. You know, you're trying to win, and as long as you treat people with respect, people are pretty fine. So if you want to play competitively, though, sometimes you're probably just going to have to suck it up and play something good. Something like Tier 1, unless you somehow manage to break the meta, which is awesome and good for you, and I hope you succeed in that. Took that damage. Blocked with Verdandi, recovered. Oh, right, he swung into my Arla, I think it was. Yep, swings into Arla, try to clear it. Yep. I swing for 7. This deck is actually a lot of fun. This list was shipped to me by my friend James, who's done, wow, that was bad. Shipped to me by my friend Josh, who has done a lot of lists for the channel and played a lot on the channel back in, you know, way back when. Still plays a lot. He actually just split the top 8 for the state championships for Michigan. Great guy, great player. He shipped me this list, and I was very confused at first, but then I tried it for a few games, and it's actually been probably one of my favorite, like, most fun to play decks. In addition to the light book deck that I played today. So showing that Dark Tree can really put in work. Oh, he just took the damage there. Know anything about free entry to Gen Con by playing Force to get people into? Just wondering, because hearing their rumors. No, there's no way to get free entry. Despair Yggdrasil Malefic Tree, not a burn version, but one that uses 7 Kings and Wolf. So this isn't the burn version of Tree. It's called Burning Tree Emissary just because that's what that's just what he called it. I asked Josh what he wanted it to call it. It's apparently a Magic reference. I don't super understand it, but I try to, when people send me lists, just respect what they say about the names. So, and so it's not actually a burn list. It just has the ability to kind of burn out at the end, which you'll see later in this match. It's just kind of cool. Let's this damage go through, and that's the end of that one. So, right? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I split these clips. I don't need to split the 4,000. I didn't take any damage. No. There we go. Split clips. Severing wins. How it says when they play 2 or more cards, does that mean when they play their second card, I can put Severing Winds on the chase for free? Yes. So, Jared, when they starting at their second card cast, it doesn't have to resolve. Keep that in mind. Your card, their first card doesn't have to resolve, just cast. Starting from the second card they cast and on, you can just put Severing Winds on the chase from your hand for free. Oh, 13 views. We're already over a fourth of the way there. Remember, guys, if we get 40 viewers by the end of this time tonight, if we do any Lackey stuff too, that'll add to the time. Then I'm going to show you the cool super secret project I've been working on. But yeah, Jared, starting from their second card on, you can just cast Everymans for free for that turn. Adelbert deck. I think a good place to start is actually probably the Grinning Remnant list. Uses Wanderers and Alice from Vingolf 3. You can go check out their website, grinningremnant.com. I think it's .com. And, you know, they have a article. It's probably the best place to start with Adelbert. I'll be showing a very different list on the channel next week that I played against today. That was pretty good. Probably a similar direction you can go. He's very difficult to build. He's not very straightforward, and he has a lot of options. So, 4 or 5 color Book of Light deck. The Book of Light deck I played today was actually 4 color. So, your sideboarding here. I can cut all of this out. Hooray! Even shorter feature match. Split clips. Change this back to 4,000. Oh, I need to go grab my this thing. Oh, please don't glitch out on me. Sometimes this system likes to glitch out. Don't break. Fingers crossed for no breaking. Ah, it didn't break. Hooray. So we zoom in here. Cut ourselves right here, and we go whoop. Then we can watch the transition happen. Perfect. Okay, that worked out just fine. Looks like the hardest part of any feature match is just making sure that it doesn't break if I drag in new stuff, to be perfectly honest. Let's see how we're doing viewer-wise. We are up to... Oh, we're down to 11. Guys, we got to get more people in here. Share it out. If you want to send me a deck list, you can just shoot me an email, dragonmaster073@gmail.com. So, dragonmaster073@gmail.com. So, if you're interested, there's that. So, feel free to shoot me a deck list. There's no guarantee that I'll use it, but if I do use it, of course, I'll let you know and give you shout-outs on the channel. So, I always like looking for new and interesting builds. I don't have a ton of time to brew personally because of being a dad and a full-time family therapist and a husband. But I try to brew some stuff. I know that I'm specifically telling people to not send me flute lists because she's the ruler that I really want to just try myself to build. I just like her as a concept. So don't send me a flute list because it's not getting played, at least not first. I had to pay 300 life there for that stone. Can I come to your live stream? What is your live stream, Staring Rook? More editing. No one's taking any damage. Drawing. Maybe I'll come over and check out your live stream after I'm finished here. Be weird to watch a live stream while I'm live streaming. Okay, I'm trying to see if I pay for this stone here. No, I don't pay for it. Okay, cool. So I can move on from that. Whoop. Ping him for 2 damage. Getting the Thomas swings. I can totally see that. Sorry, James asked, What do you think is a dark book deck with Yamato no Orochi and in the sideboard as silver bullets? I definitely think that could be really good. At least fun. The meta is so weird right now. This weekend is New Jersey, the GP New Jersey, so we're gonna have to see what comes out of that in terms of competitive lists. But again, I think it could be really fun. Tamir is a great card. Like you saw on my top 10 list on the Forza website, if you haven't already checked that out. It's my number 10 card from the set. I just think it in the right deck, it can pull a lot of stuff out. You just have to be careful because Dawn of the Earth is a thing, which can just completely shut him down, and then you can just lose a lot of stuff. More kimonos. Finally, Kaguya. Dawn of the Earth to exile a bunch of my stuff. Oh, right. This is... Two? Poker for 2 damage. Looking for another 4 damage. I think this one goes through. Yep. Taking that to 26. Editing. It's the most fun we could possibly do. Oh, 12 people. Nice hanging out with the 12 of you. Let's sit back to my hand. A bunch of stuff gets RFG'd. Draws his Foresight. I think he tries to cancel it. Yeah, he cancels it. Exiles a bunch of cards. What card do you think that is being underplayed right now? Oof. I don't know, man. There's so many cards. I think the card that maybe not enough people are respecting is just how good Sylvia is. She's a green-red. She's really good for aggro. Stopping something from blocking is just insane. And then here, I pass the turn, and then before drawing his turn, I cast Torch in the Timeline and kill him. And that's game. Woo! So there's the first one edited. I haven't done any commentary for it, obviously. But 1 feature match down. 43 damage off of that one. Nice. Lots of damage. And then 3, 2, 1. Okay, pause it there. Cut some clips. That feature match. Oh, it's just over 22 minutes. That's not bad. Can't edit the music anymore until we're done, so I'll save it. And then we're going to... What do? I duplicate? Okay, yeah, we're going to have to... If I'm going to do 2 edits, we're going to duplicate here. So keep in mind we're going to be changing... What is it doing? Oh, I don't know what it's doing. We'll see what happens. I don't have an Adelbert deck list quite yet. I apologize for that. I would say grinningremnant.com is probably the best place to go, or just search Grinning Remnant for Force of Will. They did an Adelbert article that I think is really relevant, and I think shows a good starting point list for him. So I'd go there. This is gonna take forever. I've gone dark. Sorry about that. My apologies. Any fire ruler decklist ideas? Prisia aggro is definitely a thing. Green red. You use Maribella's, new Sylvia, all kinds of stuff. You can also go play green blazer, which is green red. You just play basic green stones, and then you use blazer to make them all red as well. It's really nice. You can play the little red from Fingolf that gets huge with every wind magic stone, and then just push their face in. It's cute. Let's see. I just want to kind of show you guys. So I'm just going to do it. We're not going to worry about 40 people. I'm not going to. This is just a casual hangout time. So I'm just going to say, I'll just show you. So at Gen Con, I will be working for Force of Will at the booth. And I'm also going to be doing a cosplay for the company. The company didn't pay me to do it or anything like that. They're not hiring me. It's just part of what I want to do, because booths that have cosplayers always attract more people. So I am actually going to be doing Lilius Petal. I already have the costume. I don't think I posted it anywhere social media related other than my personal Facebook. But I'm doing Lilius Petal. So I've already done the first form, but what I want to do is, if you look at Curse of the Kyuubi, the card, he's partially transformed. So he has a partial tail rig that he uses. He's like, the tails are coming out from underneath his cloak, but he's still human, and then he has ears. So this is my project. So I have the Lilius Petal costume done, and then this is the rig that I'm working on. So I'm going to go grab it so you guys can take a look at it and see what you think. Oh, this is heavy. It's not quite done. Feels lighter. Ta-da! It's tails. Get a little closer so you guys can see. So, 9-tail rig. Oh, I'm obviously, like, my body is recovered from dealing with the weight of this thing all weekend. It was so sore. So, I'm going to be showing up as partially transformed Lilius Petal, trying to curse all the humans to die. So, yeah, thought you guys might want to see that. But it is 9 tails, and they are posable, and they move really nicely. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. It's been a pain in my butt, though. Stay. So yeah, that is the thing. That is the big thing that I've been working on. So here you go. You're about to sort of like watching the backup footage and ready to see all your like freakouts. Ta-da! I'm such a nerd. This is still trying to export. So yeah, what do you guys think? This is taking a long time. Is it still even working? Oh no, it's not. It's crashed. Awesome. Stream's gonna go a little wonky for a sec. So this doesn't have anything connected to it, so apologize. I'm using software called ScreenFlow. It likes to work sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't, and it makes me sad. Did all of my footage stay? Hooray! All of my footage stayed. I didn't die. That's really helpful. I was really worried about that. Oh, I need to add my ending transitions anyway, so this worked out great. Oh, come on, don't crash on me again. There we go. Haha. Add ending transition. So let's see if I like how this looks. Whoop. And perfect. It's perfect. I think I'm actually going to go ahead, looking at the time and knowing that my wife is probably going to be calling me soon. That took a little bit longer than I wanted it to. I am probably going to call it here for tonight, guys. If this is something that you guys would like to see in the future, these continuous, editing night Q&As on Sunday evenings or a different night of the week, please let me know. I'm trying to figure out exactly what I want to do on these weekend time slots, if I'm going to do anything for the channel. I'm trying to kind of add some new kind of content. You'll see this feature match on Wednesday when it's all finished with commentary, as well as you'll see the deck profiles on Friday and Saturday for these two decks. So please check it out. Let me know what you guys think of those. Feel free to give me any feedback. And Ryan, by the way, what's being rotated out is all of Alice Cluster as soon as Rhea 1 drops, which is in August, end of August, early September, before Masters, I know. So there's that. So thank you guys so much for joining me in this live stream editing experience and Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Feel free to send me your comments or comment on this video or whatever with your thoughts about whether or not this is something that should be a weekly thing. I think it's a fun process, or if I should do something else while I do these Q&As, like play Lackey or whatever. But shoot me your messages, tell me what you think, and until Wednesday, I guess, this is Demo73 signing off. Have a good one, guys.